Hey everybody, it's Mr. Marshall here at Stony Lane. I have a wonder video for you today that is about the U.S. states. And, we have 50 states in our United States, right? Here they are, right? And they all kind of have different sounding names. They all have different sounding names. Just listen to them, right? Because, like, the state I live in is called New Jersey, right? And then there's states all over the country that have different sounding names, like Wyoming. Wyoming, like New Jersey sounds like, at least I know the word new, and I can figure out that Jersey is the old something, right? And then there's states that sound like people's names, like Virginia. That's a girl's name, right? There's Washington, which I know is named after a famous U.S. president, right? And then there's states that have like really different sounding names, like, for example, Oklahoma. Oklahoma. That doesn't sound like English at all, right? Um, why is that? Where do these states come from? Where do their names come from? So I want to show you some examples of what I'm talking about. So I want to show you, this is a state. I'll show you where it is on the map. It's right here. Colorado. Colorado. And Colorado comes from a Spanish word. It's a Spanish word that actually means red. It's the color that something is colored red, right? This next state over here is Nevada. It's shaped like that. And actually, that's a Spanish word too, which means snowy. It's covered with snow, right? Here's another one. This next state is up here. It's the green one right there. It's Montana. Montana. That's what it looks like. And Montana means mountainous, right? And it's also Spanish. I'll show you one more. This is a state that a lot of people might know because it's in the corner. It's Florida, right? This is what Florida looks like. Florida is also a Spanish word that means flowery or full of flowers, right? So those four states all have names that are Spanish, but there are other states that have names that are other languages. Like there's states that are French, there's states that are English, there are states that whose names are from Native American words, right? And they're all kind of like mixed up because there's places in the country where like Louisiana is a French name, Mississippi is a Native American name, and they're right next door to each other. Like up here, Vermont is a French name, New Hampshire is an English name, right? Like, so they're all, like, it's not like all the Spanish named states are in one place and all the French named states are in one place. They're kind of all mixed together. So how did that happen? How did the states get their names? And how come it comes from all these different languages? Well, that's something that you can wonder about. You can read about that. You can look on the internet. You can talk to people that maybe live in those states and ask, "Hey, what does your state's name mean? What language is your state's name from?" Okay, and it can teach you a lot about the geography, which is the study of the places and the map. But it can also teach you a lot about the history, because baked inside the story of their names is the history of these places. And so if you do that, if you try to learn about that, that can teach you a whole lot about our country and geography and history and all sorts of other stuff. It might make you wonder new things too. So why don't you try that? And I'll see you next time.